Welcome to New Possibilities. I speak truth to power without fear. A couple of days ago, I read an article, and this article attacked Marilyn Mosby. It attacked her for taking a courageous stand against police brutality. When I read this article, I posted on Facebook. I stressed the need for us to defend Marilyn Mosby. See, often we demand that our leaders have courage. We demand that our leaders be outspoken. We demand that they stand up. And when our leaders had the courage to do so, we need to stand behind them, stand in front of them, stand beside them, and defend them. Defend their honor, defend their name, defend their quest for justice. That's what we have to do. We can't allow these people to attack this sister and sit back and just watch it unfold. Attorneys need to defend this sister. Black attorneys in particular need to defend this sister, Marilyn Mosby, because she's under attack. The pigs are attacking her, and they are recruiting these attorneys to tarnish her name and to question her ethics. So I'm doing this video today, and I'm defending this sister. This guy, this noted scholar, this noted expert, Alan Dershowitz, has attacked our sister. He has basically labeled her as incompetent. He has basically said that she was engaging in crowd control and that this is a rush to judgment. Well, I'm not surprised that these kind of words would come from this man's mouth. This man is a Zionist. This man defends the brutal oppression of the Palestinian people. So it's no wonder that he would defend the brutal oppression of black people, because that's what you essentially have. Anytime you protect these killer cops, that's exactly what you're doing, defending the system of oppression. They say this sister rushed to judgment. I beg to differ. She conducted a thorough investigation that was independent of the police department's investigation. See, they're so used to prosecutors bowing down to the police. They're used to punkified, sissified, weak-kneed, weak-spined prosecutors who cave to these punk police. They're not used to a strong person standing up to these police, especially not a strong black woman. So what do? They try to discredit this sister. They try to question her ethics. The sister conducted her own investigation. She wasn't waiting around to receive and review the police department's investigation. She was already familiar with all the facts outlined in their report. So she didn't have to wait weeks upon weeks to reach a decision. Justice delayed is justice denied. And they expect us to sit around and allow justice to be delayed. I commend this sister for standing up for justice. She's a soldier, and I stand with her. In this article, the writer says that Miss Mosby did not make use of the grand jury, that she did not use them to gather evidence, to probe and test the evidence. I don't blame her. See, what people do, many of these prosecutors, they hide behind the grand jury. They use the grand jury as a means to let these stinking killer cops walk free. That's what happens time and time again. That's what happened in Ferguson, and that's what happened in Staten Island. We've had enough with the shenanigans. They don't bring any other cases that way. They don't just present all the evidence and allow the grand jury to explore and test the evidence and evaluate all this evidence. They don't do that in ordinary cases. That's some practice that they reserve for these killer cops. That's some practice that they implement to allow these pigs to walk free. And I'm glad the sister didn't do it that way. I'm glad that she proceeded with charges. And I am confident that she will present the facts that are necessary to get an indictment. We need more prosecutors like this. More prosecutors that take a courageous stand against police brutality. The other point that I wanted to make was this. In this article, the writer talks about how when the police can't depend upon the state's attorney to be quote unquote fair, none of us are safe. None of us are safe. That's what they end the article with. And I'll post a link to this article in my video description box. Well, I'm here to say that the black man is not safe right now. As long as these stinking cops are able to get away with brutalizing black people with impunity, none of us are safe. None of us. We're being hunted down and killed every other day. Every other day you hear about another black man or black woman killed by these police. And they expect us to be patient. They expect the prosecutors to just give these police special treatment or something. Well, that time is up. That time is up, and this is why elections matter. We need to vote for people that support our interests. That prosecutor would be of no use to the people if she wasn't concerned about the plight of the people. If she wasn't concerned about seeking justice for the people. If she wasn't concerned about the rebellions that happened in Baltimore, she wouldn't be worthy of serving the public. I'm glad the sister took into account the situation in Baltimore. And I commend the mayor as well for urging the Department of Justice to investigate the Baltimore Police Department. That took courage. That took heart. That took integrity. And I commend the sister. And I commend the black woman in general right now. Because you got a black woman prosecutor, a black woman mayor, and a black woman attorney general right now, who was just in Baltimore yesterday, meeting with officials. And right now they're considering investigating the Baltimore Police Department. And I commend those sisters for taking courageous stands against police brutality. We don't need any more of these prosecutors who are basically attorneys for these police officers. They are counsel defending these police officers. Anyone who studied the Ferguson situation and how that grand jury was conducted, they understand what I'm talking about. Anyone who studied what happened in Staten Island, they understand what I'm talking about. So I commend this sister. I defend this sister. And look out for more blog posts and videos going into further detail defending this sister. We have to defend our own because nobody else will.